Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Kick Off Your Damn Heels. I am Dr. Tara Lynn, and I have guests across the globe today, and it's pretty late their time. So if they look a little sleepy, they're not. They're super pumped to be here. I have Shannon and Esther here from cravebasic.com. Hello guys, how are you? Good.
We're good.
Good. So where are you from?
We currently live in Bali.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I
I
have
am from South Borneo.
So I have to say, you guys are my first international guests. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Nice to be here.
Yes, we need to like throw confetti for that one. Woohoo! You know, woo! All right. So you guys have some compelling stories, and I would like to start off by having each of you introduce yourself first, so our guests know who you are and what you do, and then talk a little bit about your story, and then let's get your message across. How does that sound?
Yeah, yeah. So, it's cravebasic.com actually. Originally, we just want to share our voice, and me and Esther we are from different background. She's a physician, she's a general practitioner, and I used to be a personal trainer. But at the same time, we both had struggled with self-doubt. We had struggled with toxic, very toxic environment, work environment, especially when uh, we're supposed to educate people to live healthy life, to feel healthy, but at the same time, we're actually the one who needs the help. Yeah, yeah. Like Esther, she works in a hospital before, yeah. I used to work in the hospital before. One of them was big hospital, also little clinic as well. But I found that both of my working environment before was not really healthy for me. So yeah. Yeah, so we're really focusing on have the guts really to stand up for people who's been in toxic relationship, whether it's re- work environment, family, um, partnership, everything, because it's actually the what's affecting us for years and years. And I personally had this low back pain issue for many years and got misdiagnosed and even hospitalized for it and spent millions for that without any solution. Even no one told me that actually feeling something and eating right, it's actually could help you to go through what you've been through in life. And also Esther really struggling with self like image, yeah. Because I had to work with random hours, and it's also like very fast paced and then very high stress type of environment. When I go home, I can't even think of doing anything else but just having a good rest. But still, even I tried to rest, but I couldn't rest because there's still that anxiety that kicks in, the anxiety for tomorrow, what type of setting of hospital can get crazy sometimes, and it makes me really anxious to go to work every day. And I forgot how to take care of myself, um, and I gained weight. I gained a lot of weight, and my mood was up and down almost all the time. I get irritated very easily.
Mhm.
And I know that that's not me. That's not who I am. And
I think there needs to be a change in my life.
Yeah.
I have to say, so we have similar stories. Esther, especially, and I have very similar stories. Working in a high stress. I used to work for the prison system here and the psychology, and very fast paced, very stress induced. And that's my anxiety story too. And I was wondering, do you guys focus on working with healthcare professionals? Like, is that a focus of yours? Because it should be.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. I because I have many friends in the medical field as well, and also some psychologists as well, because I did an internship and meet many wonderful psychologists also and
Yeah.
psychiatrists. And then I know that these people need to know that, we're in the
This,
industry where we take care of people, but at the same time we have to know how to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves first.
Mhm.
So that's the thing that we're about, what Crave Basic is about.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually, before when I got misdiagnosed, I hate doctors for a while. I hate doctors. I
No,
don't want.
no offense to you, Esther, right?
I'm fine.
I hate doctors very much. But then when I work as personal trainer, I've met lots of doctors. I talk to them. Then I get to know Esther, and she told me about this massive healthcare system where they push to work and work over time. And she even came to me after she stayed up for 22 hours and really pushed me to train her. And I was like, what? You just sleep for 2 hours? Yeah, but like I gotta work after this. I'm like, no, 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 no. It cannot be like this. Your life cannot be like this.
Yeah.
So then we really come to a conclusion where self-care is really important. It's still underestimated with lots and lots and lots of people, because people are hustling, busy all the time. And I realized it that probably my doctors before who misdiagnosed me, probably because he was tired also. So it cannot be like sick people take care of sick people, because yeah, for us it's, of course we're gonna get more sick. It's because the healthcare, the wellness people who work in toxic environment, they cannot take care of themselves. So that's why.
No, I mean, you guys are speaking my language. And in the United States, the mental health professionals are the same way. I mean, they give and give and give and answer crisis calls and do all this stuff, and they're not eating lunch, they're not eating breakfast, they're not taking care of themselves even on this big level, but yet we expect to give these messages to people of self-care. And if we can't even be doing it ourselves, how do you think that that is received? Not
Yes.
received well.
Yeah.
So it's fascinating. I love this that you have realized this work in medical communities, mental health communities. I think it's great because it's very underserved. And our physicians, I speak of the United States, have one of the highest rates of addictions, out there. Yep. So it is a highly underserved population as far as what is self-care. And when you're talking, Esther, about working 22 hours straight, not getting any sleep, I mean, people turn to unhealthy ways to just keep going, right? Because that's what it's about, not falling over, So do you guys have so we talk about self-care, and the thing is that the terminology of self-care is it's kind of a buzzword. Everyone's talking about self-care, but what does that mean to you guys?
It's really about nourishing our body in not comprehensive, but like
it's more about to me
Yeah.
it's more about like listening to our own body.
Yes.
Actually, what that's what Craig basically believes, though. Me
Yeah.
and Shannon believe that our body can talk to us, even though we cannot hear them like physically. But if we just really have an open heart to really feel what they are trying to tell us, um, is that from discomfort? Is that from mental fatigue that we have all the time? That's how they are talking to us. And self care is when we listen to that
Yeah.
signals from our body.
Yeah. And really, really trying to connect with ourselves again. So for us, it's not about self-care, you buying new soap or new clothes.
Right.
It's not like that. We're trying to bring the real self-care means, because we also in my 2022 I lost a friend due to high stress work environment, and Esther just recently lost her friends too due to workload in hospital also.
Wow.
And he just both of our friends, my friend is 26 years old that time.
And my friend was 29 years old, trying to get into hospital residency, and he had to work as well as do internship at the same time. And sometimes he's so tired, but then he couldn't sleep, so he drank lots of black coffee to get to do his work. After getting back from the hospital, he still needs to do some work and study at the same time.
Yeah.
And when he got tired, still he couldn't sleep. So I don't know what else he took to make him sleep faster. But then that happened. That type of working life happened for about a year, from when he left Bali. And yeah, his heart stopped for some reason, and yeah, he passed away.
Yeah, so we really want to bring the self-care for really take care of yourself, because sometimes we really feel guilty not to be as busy as people out there,
Mhm.
and we really feel guilty to take a rest, and because maybe people around us, they push us to keep going all the time, to chase something, to chase that success life. But at the same time, you have to slow down and not to listen to other people, but you to rest. It's fine to take rest.
It's like we have this working life that needs to be perfect. It seems like we have this social life that needs to look perfect,
Yeah.
and personal life that needs to look perfect, and we have to perform in every area. We have to,
At a high
um,
level.
yes, and that's just not. Sometimes we need to prioritize which ones that are really um, working and good for us, not just to please other people. And then, that's really something that I've learned along the way. And with the story from Shannon's friend and my friend, I decided that I would not live in that way anymore. From this moment, we're here to really really prioritize which ones are worth doing. And this is the message that we are trying to tell people as well.
I look at the name Crave Basic, and I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but what resonates to me is like, what basic things does your body really crave? And and so those basic things are slowing down, really the prioritizing of what's it really important to you, not what you think is important to the rest of society to see in you or to have you become, or you know what I mean? Like, what is in your heart important, and work
Yeah.
from there. And when I said that my story resonates with you, when I was having my extreme anxiety, it was because of toxic people around me in the work environment, and not the prisoners either. It was the staff. They were pretty toxic people. But I made the decision that I couldn't do that to myself anymore just to earn a paycheck. You know,
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. And so I quit state service. I think now is like 7 years ago. And
Okay.
people thought I was nuts because, you know, in the States, when you work for the state, like government, like your benefits are good, you're retired, everything is good. Like it's all mapped out for you. And I was like, see ya, peace out, you know, and they're like, what? And I'm like, I know, I plan on retiring and living, not retiring and then dying the next day because I retired. You know what I mean? So I really understand like doing things that you need to do regardless of what you think other people want you to do. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Or being a
Really, when
physician, like being a physician and not being a physician anymore because it doesn't serve you, you know, or taking your practice in a very different way instead of working in a hospital setting anymore. You know what I mean? So that's risky. That's courageous.
Thank you. I didn't know I had the courage to do it, but then I choose me. I choose my body.
Yeah. Right. And I think we all need to make the decision to choose ourselves more frequently.
yeah, you mentioned we have to decide, and actually we really think that many people just say that they want, like I have to, like I want that kind of life, blah blah blah, but at the same time, the decision, when we decide something, we actually program our brain, our body to really doing it. But
Yes.
that's, many people missed it, they don't decide. But at the same time, we know when we decide something, it's not going to be easy, because people thought that we were crazy. We were crazy. So
Yeah, I can relate to that. I think people still think, do you know, when I left state service, people actually came up to me and said, good luck, you're going to fail. And I was like,
Wow.
wow,
yeah. And I was like, what? You know?
how did you get through that?
Well,
How did you do that?
because when you're in a state and you're in a hole and you're so low and you've made a decision, like that neurological connection, I had never known what yes felt like. Like this decision to leave my state job, like probably like your physician job, like I just knew. And when I finally made the decision and finally, you know, pulled the Band-Aid off and was like, yes, this is the decision I need to make. I just looked at him and I was like, whatever, I'm not going to fail. Being here is failing. Being here, being stuck here with you, that's my definition of failing right now. So yeah, but you know, when you make those decisions, you just got to go for it,
Yes.
right? You cannot waver. You can't waver in those decisions for yourself. So,
Yeah. True.
so do you have any final words of wisdom that you would like to share?
So, for the nice people out there, for the nice people out there, we know that you guys have been underappreciated with people around you. And once you decide something, it's not going to be easy later, but decide something, and you will have the guts to just follow what your heart, what your body, what your mind is craving for. Just follow it, because to stay in a toxic relationship is not gonna help you, not gonna help other people, and it's not gonna help you. And your future self will thank you when you get out from the situation. Your future self will thank you.
Yeah, we know that, to the nice people out there, we know that you want to help. You really want to help. You have the heart to help other people. Some of you want to see them happy because you want to be helped. You want to be happy. You want to see other people happy. You want to ease their pain. But when you are in a situation or in an environment where you cannot be yourself or you cannot thrive, and when the people around you do not support you to do that, I think it's better for you to like take a step back and then really look where you are at that moment and really think, is that place really good for me or not? Because I do want to help, but is there any other way that will, make me be able to do that, but not getting slowly
Kill yourself.
killing myself in the
Yeah.
process. Yeah.
Absolutely. You guys are fantastic, and I really love your message of self-empowerment, really, and being courageous and stepping outside of what you thought you were and what you felt other people think you need to be, right? Not pigeonholing yourself and staying put. So I really love that message about you guys. And so for those of you listening, all of your information are going to be in the show notes of the podcast, so you can get in touch with them. Their website is beautiful, and the message is amazing. So I was so happy that you guys are here, even though it's 10:30 at night where you are.
We're very happy to be here as
Very
well with
happy.
you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. And everyone, thank you for joining us on another episode of Kick Off Your Damn Heels.